For more on the border crisis and the impeachment proceedings against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, let's welcome in one of the House impeachment managers, Wyoming Republican Congresswoman and member of the House Judiciary Committee, Harriet Hageman. Congresswoman, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So right off the top, you heard my colleague Griff Jenkins report from the California border, Chinese and even some Syrians coming across the border there. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are this is the pictorial image of exactly why we impeached Mayorkas and why he now needs to be convicted and removed from office. This is not this isn't resulting from negligence. This is a willful, intentional invasion of our country, and it's being facilitated by and funded by Mayorkas and the federal government. This is absolute insanity when you look at the people who are crossing that border, the risk to our security, our national security, and then you go to the issue in New York City. The housing problems that they have there are only being exacerbated by this uncontrolled illegal invasion across our border, again, to use the same terminology. This is crazy. This is why we impeached Mayorkas.
You made reference to Mayorkas. I want to play some sound from him, and I'll have you respond.
I don't let it distract me from the work. Would I have preferred that correctness had prevailed? Of course so. The fact that it did not does not slow me down in doing the work that I'm tasked to do by the President of the United States.
Is he doing the work?
No. Well, he may be carrying out the agenda of the president and his own agency, but it is not what he should be doing under U.S. law. Congress has passed the laws that he is supposed to enforce. That's his only job. So to listen to him to attack the impeachment is rather rich in light of the fact that he has totally failed and refused to carry out the law as it is written. So, we had Mayorkas in front of the Judiciary Committee, and I don't think that I have met with a more dishonest person than Mayorkas. He lied for hour after hour after hour as to what was going on in the border, which is one of the reasons that we impeached him. The American people want us to hold him accountable, and they want to see this move forward. I am hoping that the Senate will take it up, give a legitimate hearing, and we can present to the American people what this man has done in violating our laws.
From Pew Research, percent who say government is doing a bad job of handling border. 89% of Republicans, 73% of Democrats. Does that have an impact on the upcoming Senate impeachment trial?
It should. And that's what I'm saying, is that I hope that the Senate will put politics aside and allow us to present a case as to why Mayorkas should be convicted for the crimes that he has committed against this country. Again, the American people, they can see what's going on. I'm watching the video that you're playing right now. Looking at the invasion on our southern border is not only destabilizing our country and a national security threat, but it is one of the most inhumane things I've seen. I have been to the border now 3 times, once in Texas, once in the Tucson sector, and once in Yuma. And to talk about the inhumanity of this administration is an understatement of the highest order. It is mind-blowing what this administration has done and what Mayorkas has done in throwing that border wide open to bring in people from all over the world. When I was down at Eagle Pass, Texas, I saw an entire room full of men, probably 18 to 35 years old, from the Middle East, from South America, and we all have to ask the same question. Why are they coming to our country? I thought that the comments from the gentleman from Syria were quite interesting. It's not because they're afraid for their life. He doesn't even know what to say. He doesn't even know what the right answer is. He clearly is not entitled to asylum in this country. We're going to have to remove him and people like him. We have to get control of the border. We have to return to sanity when it comes to implementing and enforcing our immigration laws.
Congresswoman Harriet Hageman of the great state of Wyoming, thank you so much for your time. We'll see you back on Capitol Hill soon.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.